They've been coming to her for miles around for more than 20 years. Doris Gash has been honoured by the Queen as the friend of thousands of animals in need, cared for in the back garden. From the front, the sanctuary looks like any ordinary bungalow home, but it's established such a place in the minds of animal lovers that even the road has been named after it. It all started with Tony the pony, still the chief guest at the Tilehurst Animal Sanctuary, and himself 30 years old. Then came a goat, and the rest followed by the 1,000. There'd been owls, and there'd been pussycats. This king-size rabbit is Freddie Laker. They reckon he has ears like the wings of a DC-10. The deer is called, yes, of course, Bambi. He's here because he suffers from dizzy spells. There's even a lizard which makes the cat spit. And the one thing they all have in common is that they're the guests of Doris Gash MBE.
At first, I didn't like parting with any of the animals that I rescued. I wanted to keep them. And the local RSPCA inspector was very kind and very helpful to me. And he told me that if I could find good homes for some of them, then I could take other ones in and replace them and be able to find homes for more and more and more, which I have done. Now to the total number of, I think it's just over 18,000 that I found new homes for to date.
18,000?
18,000, yes.
So have you always had a love affair with animals?
Yes, I've always loved animals and felt very sorry for them and hated people who ill-treat them. But when I was a child, I didn't have many pets. My father was in business and I wasn't allowed to have many pets then. So I've made up for it since, you see.
You certainly have. I mean, where did this cockatoo come from, for example?
Well, that came from someone who couldn't keep her. She's had a broken wing and a broken leg, so she was handed over to me. This little dog was very ill-treated. He has heart attacks still because of the ill-treatment. So I keep these sort of ones permanently. But the healthy ones, and I pass on to good homes, you see. And I'm very careful about the homes they go to. I make sure that it is really a good home. One fox was brought into me. She had wire embedded in one of her front legs. And I took it to the vet and it had gone gangrenous, so she had to have it amputated. So, of course, she couldn't be released. So we've kept her. And the other fox, I've only had about a couple of weeks. Some young lad reared it from a tiny cub, and he's now had to move and unable to keep it. So that's going to be nice company for Fiona, but I'll have to have him neutered, obviously, otherwise we'll have lots of little foxes running around. But they're quite good company for one another, and they're very, very tame, very affectionate, actually.
Sheep too?
Yes, a sheep. It was an unwanted one. I think the mother died, and I reared that one on the bottle. That was several years ago. That's a Soay sheep. And the goats I reared on the bottle, they were unwanted ones.
And how do you pay for the upkeep of all these animals?
Well, it's a bit difficult at times, I must admit. But I have a very good party of people. They call themselves the Friends of the Animal Sanctuary. And they really are good friends. For years and years now, they've been organising jumble sales and summer fetes and Christmas fairs and so on. They've been really wonderful, and I can't tell you how grateful I am to them. Without them, this place wouldn't have kept going as long as it has.
And so what do you feel about this award in the New Year's Honours?
Well, I was absolutely dumbfounded when I heard about it, but I'm terribly thrilled, of course, and I'm getting very excited at the prospect of meeting the Queen.
And as Doris Gash says, there'll be no shortage of talk when she actually does meet the Queen. Both, after all, she points out, are animal lovers.